Hey guys, Thursday, January 16, 2025. Let's see what the Black Widow did today. So far, the numbers in regards to EIA report, minus 2268B. So far, the markets like that. Volume is kind of like on average, kind of, there, but the bulls showed up. Bears disappeared. And it looks like it may want to test 436. A couple of things to digest. I'm using a Gann technique, and it was indicating a 13th for possible turning point. If we take out 436, then this forecast is going to get void. Another date I was watching for was today, and so far we got a pop. So let's see if we could take out 436 in the overnight or for tomorrow. Couple of things. I have been doing some back testing on some indicators, and so far the Tom D mark on nat gas has kicked in for the month of January. This is a monthly candle, and I've back tested this and looked back to see when we had another Tom D mark TD9 on nat gas, and we've had one, and the way it worked out was the next month, which was February, that's when the market turned. So far, let's see if this is going to be a turning point here. If not, in the past, when we had a TD9, the next month was the high, and then it turned. So we'll keep that on watch. I also looked at the weekly, and we have a TD 13th candle. The TD 13th candle, Tom D Mark 13 candle on the weekly, has not been great back testing it. So this could probably be a dud. However, we are at the top of the range of the linear regression channel. Right there, it's around 444. So this thing could continue pushing higher. MACD, I mean, everything looks just good to the upside. There's nothing negative. Only thing is this one. And if it was to play out, it'll probably be for next month, just using the TD9. On the daily, and I'm using the February FYI, I'll probably look at the, the March, for those that like to, trading the March, whatnot. This is where we at. So far, still bullish. MACD is positive. I mean, everything is positive here. It's just, looks like it wants to test 436 and even higher. That would probably be a target around here, 463. And but tomorrow, I mean, if it's going to really get some Momo, you'll be kissing the linear regression around 460. Let's go into our geometry. I got a lot of stuff here, and then we're going to work out to the square of 9, and you're looking at the March contract. So in regards to the APF, Edge's Pitchfork, we kissed the 75 again, and now kind of pulling back. Let's just keep going down our indicators here. Extension targets, we hit or kissed 430. Is that 433? 432. Wow, we're off by 1. So 433 is the 150% from these swings. These are extensions. We just kissed that. I mean, on the April, what am I thinking? January 13th, we made that high. And this is one again that I'm watching this date. And then today, which is another date I'm watching, we kissed the 150 again, and we're off by 1, 433. So keep in mind these levels. I finally got to work on my FT level. So let's say if we were to go higher, your FT level will be somewhere around 452, somewhere around there. That's your next target. If we were to push higher using the FT, this is what I call like the DNA levels of nat gas. And that's kind of far away. My 3-5 second impulse, we are shy of kissing the 1x1, which is the 45, in regards to the second impulse, not scale chart. And so far, we haven't kissed it yet. So I'm waiting to see if we could kiss it and blow through it and go even higher. Let's look at other charts. Nothing here. Retracement. We kissed the 430 and now we're kind of below there. And let's look at our retracements from the 1002 to 152. So our high on the 13th was 436, shy of 135. And today, as of now, we haven't kissed the 435. So could this be a dead cat bounce, even with the EIA report? And from here, this that will validate my Gann technique that it worked on 611. And if it works here, we cannot take that out. That's Gann theory. The technique that I used worked on 611 and we got this move to the downside. And that technique is applying it again on January the 13th. On top of that, we have a 1 by 1, which is a 45 degree coming up here. And it's kind of in that ballpark that, like I said, as the Matrix, the Neo scenario, where you kiss it, and you haven't kissed it in a while, you jump off the building, typically you fail. And that's what I'm watching, waiting to see what's going to happen. If my technique or theory, or Gann's theory pretty much, if it's going to play out here. So very crucial, very important if you're trading gas, not gas, you want to see if we could take out 436. If we do take it out, then the technique that worked here did not work here. With that being said, let's continue. Square of 9 angle. Yeah, this is 444. You want to keep an eye on. We haven't kissed it yet. That's even higher. And I think that's it. Today was the day I was watching, which is January the 16th. So this technique of the 13th is different from the 16th. This is a totally different. This is more astrological. And today, since the numbers, I guess, came out good, there was a drawdown. You got this nice pop. But the question is, are we going to take out that 436? If we start seeing some heavy pressure to the downside, then this is a date that could be working out. If worst case scenario is pushes higher and it takes out 113, the next date I'm watching is going to be the 27th. Let's go into our midpoint chart and a couple of things here. One thing that jumps out at me here is the weekly. We're kissing the quadrant, which is the extension for the weekly. It's like around 431. Made a high at 436 and we're here. Anything higher, it's going to test a high and the open skies. Open skies until Friday. And if it wants to push higher, 451 all the way to even 469. But so far, we're hitting the linear regression channel and we're hitting our last quadrant for the week. Very, very bullish. Looking at our weekly, we're chopping around the top of the range for today only. As long as we go hold 416, we have a potential to shoot higher, targets to the upside 441 all the way to 448. Now for my folks that trade the March contract, let's see what's cooking there. 25. Okay, so what's interesting here is that on the monthly pivots, you already kissed your target, your extreme target of 474, and we pushed as high as 478. But everything looks bullish, like it could continue pushing higher. So I'm assuming that even though we hit some extreme pivots, it could potentially push even higher. Looking at a yearly pivot, you want to keep an eye at this midpoint from last year, which is 385 all the way to 390 if you're trading the March contract. That one and this one. Looking at our 4 hour, as you can see, it blew right through the last quadrant for the week and pushed all the way to 377. We got the overnight session, and then we have US session on Friday, and then the weekend starts, and everything looking good. Look at that snapback right there. So far looking good. And on the daily, for tomorrow, you need to hold, and I'm sure bulls are going to show up at 364 to push higher. And if we hold 364, your target to the upside will be, obviously, if it pullbacks in the overnight, 377, and you're going to kiss or target of 385 all the way to 391. Lastly, let's look at our Gann grid. And we had a 377 high, which is somewhere around right here. So if we hold 371, which is a 0 degree, chances are we're going to get to 381. And if it's an extreme Momo, for some crazy reason, 386 all the way to 391, which is your 90 degrees. So these are your big Gann square of 9 targets. 381, 386, and 391, and see what happens. You know, we may hit it Friday, we may not. I don't know. We'll see. And that's for the folks that are trading on the March. For the ones that are trading the February contract, we hit 432 high. As of right now, yeah, 432. We're kind of pulling back a little bit. 432 takes you all the way. 432, that's on the right here. 270 degree. So we just pierced it all by one. So you got one here, 432, and you got the March contract at 377. These are your targets. And for the February traders, 432, you're going to hit 436. And if you get above 436, 441 is going to be a target between 441 and 452. But that all depends on how much Momo we're going to get on Friday. It could be quiet. It could just kind of be between 441, 432. Same for 377. All the way to 371 to 361. It could be in this range. We'll see. But those are your bigger targets using the Gann square of 9. I'm going to sign out. Hope you like this video, and I'll keep you posted on my thoughts on nat gas.